are here for a long time. If you live here for 15 years building a road, of course you can get citizenship. And now there's a land crisis in Africa. Where will Africans live? I am sorry for my continent.
Today on One Always There. Today on One, your daily dose of local affairs and social media commentary. Today on One, Christian Democratic Voice Party rocked by division, Ian Kama residents forgotten by municipality, public-private partnerships strengthened in agriculture sector, and corporate sector joins fight against homelessness.
The Christian Democratic Voice Party faces its biggest challenge since its establishment, as infighting over the leadership threatens to tear the party apart. A new faction led by the Deputy President claims to have ousted the founder Gotthard Kandume, and both accuse the other of fraud. The once promising and formidable Christian Democratic Voice Party that was launched in 2014 is on the brink of collapse as the current president Gotthard Kandume has resorted to settling the salaries of office staff from his own pocket after the party's account was allegedly plundered and left dry, leading to the suspension of the Vice President and Secretary General. The ousted leaders, however, held an elective Congress in August, at which they claim the founder Gotthard was replaced by Ignatius Fries.
This is a democratic country. Let the people, Pastor Fries with his 15 members congregation, form his own party. I did also. I managed to form this party in 2013 without Fiola, Ginola and Fries' assistance. I am the one who paid it with my own money, the registration of this party. ECN knows it. Everyone knows it. How I was suffering with this party. So Ginola and Fries and those people, they are no more a party member. And whatever they are doing, I'm not responsible for that. And there is a case, a third case, which I have opened against them with the Namibian police, which are currently under investigation, because they have depleted the party funds. And it's where the whole issue has started when I have asked them about the money. Because Ginola, Fiola Garisas and Pastor Fries, Ignatius Fries, are the only authorized representative who were having the signatory right and the account of the party. Master Ginola knows it's a LBM member, which was only 3 months in the party. But he's apparently known the spokesperson, and he has also been fired. He has also fired himself. He voted for LBM, not for this party. What does he know about the party, CDV? He knows nothing about the CDV.
Last week, the ousted leaders held a demonstration at the Electoral Commission of Namibia office to have the new leadership structure recognized and for Kandume to be removed as the leader of the party. According to Ignatius Fries, who is now working from home, after finding out that the Congress was aimed at removing him from his position for refusing to avail party funds to Kandume for personal use, the delegates voted him as the new president.
As claims are going around that we are fired, we are not been fired yet, and we are not been expelled because there was a Congress on the 8th of August. And at the Congress that was held on the 8th of August, Mr. Kandume failed to lose at the Congress at against me. And after that Congress, Mr. Kandume tried to expel us because he say, now why did they conspire against me? But the current and the previous and the current SG, who was Ms. Viola, was planning with Mr. Kandume to have a Congress to take me off my position. But by the will of God, they could not get it right to take me off my position, and the people vote me at the recent Congress at the 8th of August. But our funds really is exhausted, and the elections is coming, there are no funds to fund for the elections. But there are audit reports that we are having that we do what we do with the funds.
Our staff members said that it's business as usual at the Parliament office, but the current crisis hinders its efforts in preparations for the upcoming regional and local authority elections.
So regardless of us having an internal issue, we're still working the way forward. We can't because of other people, put our work behind us. We still have to campaign. We still have people that we have to help. Like now, we even amended our not the constitution, the manifesto. You see, we still have a lot of work to do. So those people are just putting everything behind. If they are really claiming to be the so-called president, the so-called secretary general, the so-called treasurer, and the spokesperson, why are they not working towards building the party forward? They are breaking the party down like that.
The party gained nearly 6,000 votes in last year's National Assembly elections and got one seat in Parliament. Kandume and Freeze have both urged party supporters to be vigilant of the other's intentions, but Freeze hopes to reconcile with his former leader for the sake of the party's cohesion and future. The Chief Electoral Officer at the Electoral Commission of Namibia, Theo Muchoro, stated that according to the ECN's records, Honorable Gotthard Kandume is still the authorized representative of the Christian Democratic Voice Party, CDV.
Get some more summer essentials like our range of leather upper sandals, from cute styles for girls to comfortable sandals for boys. Get yours at only $99.95. Now everyone can find their perfect summer sandal with kids and women's leather upper sandals at $99.95, only at Ackermans.
Residents from the Okahanya's Ian Kammer suburb claims to have been forgotten by the town's municipality since their right to decent sanitation as well as other basic needs no longer exists. The ablution facilities, meant to accommodate 4 persons per neighborhood, stopped functioning due to clogged plumbing systems. Residents are currently making use of buckets of water to flush the toilets. Silva Kachipake, a concerned member of the community, says it's been going on for a long time and they have contacted the town's municipality on numerous occasions, but to no avail.
The municipality doesn't want to help us. I tried calling their offices several times, but to no avail. I don't know what to do. They just keep lying to us. The toilets don't even flush.
Due to inadequate plumbing, streams of sewerage can be seen flowing near the homes of residents, forming puddles that, if left untreated, could turn into a breeding ground for waterborne diseases like hepatitis E. Sarah Kanjambanga, an informal trader selling cooked meat and other basic necessities right in front of the toilets, has lived this way for close to 25 years.
I've been living in Ian Kammer for 25 years and it is uncomfortable. Just look at how the sewage is flowing. I have 9 children and they all stay with me in my 1-bedroom house. The weird thing is, we aren't even allowed to build toilets in our own yards. Why? I honestly don't know. Whenever it's election time, they come to us with all sorts of promises which never come to fruition.
We spoke to other residents in the community who also raised their concerns with Today on One.
We live like sheep here. Anyone can come from wherever and stay here. It's cramped in this neighborhood. With COVID-19 in our midst, it is difficult to stay clear of the virus.
The guys from the municipality came and removed the pipes from this toilet deliberately. I tried to put it back, but then they threatened to kick me out of the neighborhood.
Drains get clogged to a point where feces would be all up in my kitchen. How nasty is that? Kids are running around barefoot, exposing themselves to all sorts of diseases.
The Okahanya Municipality's Chief Executive Officer Martha Mutifila could not give a response as she is currently on leave.
Scared of the cold? Don't let colds and flu get you down. Protect yourself with the all-new MVA Immune Booster from FabuFarm. A powerful daily food supplement with just the right balance of vitamins and minerals to help you strengthen your immune system. FabuFarm's MVA Immune Booster is made in accordance with COVID-19 guidelines and offers value for money with a full 30-day dosage. FabuFarm's MVA Immune Booster, now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide.
Did you know FabuFarm's MVA Immune Booster can be claimed from medical aids subject to fund rules and exclusions?
EOS Capital launched the Euphrates Agri-Fund, a capital investment project that provides a diversified portfolio of Namibia's agricultural assets for the purpose of contributing to the economic development of the country, as well as to provide attractive returns to investors. The former Finance Minister, Kalle Schlettwein, who was recently appointed as the Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, has advocated for public-private partnerships as an excellent opportunity for the development of the Namibian economy. During the launch of the Euphrates Agri-Fund, the Agriculture Ministry said that the sector supports the livelihood of nearly 70% of the Namibian population and is the highest employer. Therefore, there is an urgent need to transform the sector to serve the nation's economic recovery plan.
The Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, Honorable Kalle Schlettwein, recently remarked that agriculture offers the best opportunities to revitalize our economy, create productive and decent jobs, develop skills, transfer and adapt technology, bring about less inequality, better the living standards of all, and ensure food self-sufficiency at national and household levels. Agriculture remains a strategic sector as it supports the livelihoods of about 70% of the Namibian population, and it is the biggest employer with about 167,242 individuals, or 15.3% of the total Namibian workforce. And this is sourced from the Namibia Labour Force report of 2018. There is therefore a need to urgently transform and modernize agriculture into a vertically and horizontally integrated sector to serve as the strong bedrock of our economic recovery efforts.
Rhino van der Merwe, an agricultural expert and president of the Namibian Agricultural Union, called for structural reform in the agricultural sector to stimulate the growth of the economy.
Structural reform and significant investments in the productive sector are required. The economy must turn into an investment-led and export-driven economy, with domestic and regional value chains adding value to the available raw materials. Quality finished goods and services should become our tradable product, not only primary goods. What I capture from this is 3 points. First, we need investments, so we need capital. The second one, we need a value chain. We need to add value to our products. And then, of course, and I would like to highlight this, we need to stimulate primary production.
At the event, EOS Capital also revealed the official logo of the Euphrates Agri-Fund. The event was held under the theme Unleashing an Agriculture Renaissance.
The top, that's where we all aiming. To be the top Jita, top company, to be at all the top grooves, to feel those top sensations. We all want to be at the top of our game, no? Earning the top dollar, men say, yeah, the top. With top score. Because for us, there's no braai unless it's a top braai with some top chicken drumsticks on the grill. And there's no pap unless it's top score, cooked at top speed with the top taste, the top aroma, the top texture. You know what I mean? The top! That's where we all aiming. And that's where Top Score takes us. Top Score, a proud product of Namib Mills.
Homelessness is one of the biggest social challenges facing Namibia and other countries across the globe. MTC brought together stakeholders from the corporate sector to contribute towards the plight against homelessness. The recent MTC Knockout Project sponsorship announcement aimed at knocking out homelessness. Some of the endorsed personalities and performers who are taking part on the 3rd of October shared their thoughts and experiences of homelessness.
I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do my best because it's done for a good cause. I think talking about homelessness, I think it's something very close to my heart as well. Where I come from and what I do from a corporate point of view as well. It's, a decent home. Everybody deserves a decent shelter, a place to call home every day. So if you're out there in the streets and you don't know what's coming up or what's the next minute or how you're going to sleep if it rains. So it's something really close to my heart, and I really want to applaud, and I'm excited that everybody has stand in here to do it for what is better for Namibia, and I think together we can do it.
This conversation should continue, even way after Saturday night. And it should continue along the following basis. We should talk about how we're going to increase land delivery, whether it's in urban areas or in rural settings. And it should also be linked to secured land tenure, so that the piece of land that somebody owns is able to show that, and is also able to use that piece of land to augment and improve their quality of living. Also important is that a home should be able to withstand the various elements of nature. When it rains, when it's windy, when it's cold, it should be a comfortable home.
Homelessness directly tied to health. I bring it in everything that I talk about. I do not believe that there is a way you can talk about homelessness and not talk about health. The two are intertwined. It's difficult for me as a medical doctor to say, look, you need to go home and take your diabetic medication, and they don't have a fridge to put it in because it needs to be kept in the fridge. The insulin needs to be kept in the fridge. So you're contradicting yourself. And it's difficult for me to tell somebody, look, you need to go to your house and you need to take your antihypertensive medication if they don't have a house to store it in the first place. And so it brings us back again when we talk about homelessness and how it's something that affects all of us, whether we want to or not. If you're a medical doctor, it affects you. If you're a nurse, it affects you. If you're in the corporate world, it affects you.
MTN is one of the sponsors for the MTC Knockout Project, and its managing director said that this is a good initiative as it gives back to the communities that they operate in. He also added that the project gives hope to those that do not have a roof over their heads.
For me, at this point in time, with the focus on COVID-19, that somebody has actually thought about the homeless, who are the most vulnerable, I would think, was a no-brainer for myself. Because, not being able to contribute to society is crippling for people. And I think their dignity is what's the most important here. That everybody should be proud of who they are and not be embarrassed by their current circumstance. let's be honest, any of us could be in that situation at any.
Shelter, the desire to sleep in a house, a sense of belonging to a household is one of the most basic human needs that boost our dignity and self-esteem. Maslow has classified property as part of safety needs for human beings. In actual fact, without a house or sense of belonging to a household takes away any person's human rights. In my view, every human being should inherently belong to his household, regardless of their age, ethnic origin, ethnicity, location, language, religion, political affiliation, or any other status.
Although the project kicked off 3 months ago, the organizers are hoping that it will be the beginning of more initiatives that will combat homelessness. Corporate partners such as, amongst others, Nedbank, Namport, Momentum Investment and Bank of Namibia have all come on board to pledge 50,000 each.
Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm also Sam.
Meet my little Sam. Only the best for my son.
No two people are the same, so why should their cover be? New personal cover from Old Mutual lets you build the cover that's right for you and your budget. The time is now to get personal cover that's just for you. SMS cover to 66522 today.
In other leading stories, the Minister of Public Enterprises, Honorable Jan Jooste, has announced the removal of the current Namibia Industrial Development Agency Board of Directors and the appointment of the temporary Board of Directors. The current NIDA board was appointed by the then Line Minister of Industrialization and Trade, Honorable Chikera Toya, in 2018, in line with Sections 5 and 6 of the Namibia Industrial Development Agency Act 2016, Act number 16 of 2016. Accordingly, the Minister of Industrialization and Trade handed over NIDA business operations to the Minister of Public Enterprises as the new shareholder, as provided for under Section 4, 6 and 7 of the PEGA. After NIDA's transfer to the Ministry of Public Enterprises and in accordance with the Ministry's mandate, the Ministry undertook a compliance analysis of NIDA documentation and operations to determine the company's compliance status in line with both the PEGA and NIDA Acts. Regrettably, the results of the analysis pointed to the serious compliance and flaws with the relevant documentation pertaining to NIDA either missing or non-existent. In addition, NIDA has been faced with several governance and operational challenges which brought the company into disrepute.
Welcome to Comments Corner, your daily dose of local comments from the hottest social media pages. With an increase in gruesome crimes against vulnerable members of society as of late, MTC Namibia has partnered with the Namibian Police Force and the Office of the First Lady with an initiative that is aimed at rooting out the perpetrators of these crimes from the community. Members of the public that will provide information that will lead to perpetrators involved in the rape of a 12-year-old and another incident where a man was shot dead will be rewarded with 80,000 Namibia dollars for each case. Konja said, "Let us all put our hands together." Esther said the operation, composed of various security clusters, should do better as the public fears them more than the police officers. Lever said CCTV cameras mounted onto 30-meter poles in all areas should get the job done and make the streets safer. Pala said the members of the public should assist the police with information as the criminals live in their homes. Allwine said once caught, the culprits will be out on bail. Alfonso said this is exactly what the nation wants. Sonia said the operation is doing well on patrolling the streets as people no longer feel safe in their homes. And that is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day only on Today and One.
This is a short story. It was actually inspired by where I came from, when we grew up, I used to sell lemons. It was with my ex-group members, Shoza, Magogos and Bobby Magogos, we came from a background whereby we were raised by our grannies.
How challenging has it been for you as an artist to make ends meet in the music industry?
It's been very hard, man. My strategy is branding, because it's branding. That's my most powerful thing that I have. And also with production, I'm a producer also, Baby, I miss you. Baby, I miss you. Baby, I miss you.
Princess, Prime Namibia Ice. Did I get Sister Hulda Navasida? Did I get I Koa? Namibia Oncology Center, Naragrasisen, I come from now. Ti Quito, Bounce I Hari, Nahari, Toma Badang Nahure, Nugu said again, Ha Ugu, Habe I get off Nugu said aga Ha Ugu Habe. Hang are uguha. Hoge bounce I hari. Ida kadi nedi 2019 novel coronavirus sting higusa. Au bounce I hari.
A look at the weather forecast. First, an advisory from the Windhoek Met Office. Cold, windy and wet weather is expected in the south tomorrow and on Friday. The Namibia interior partly cloudy and hot in the Zambezi region with a few thunder showers, but partly cloudy and cold to mild with showers in the Clarence region. Elsewhere sunny and hot but mild over the central part. The coast partly cloudy and cool with showers in the south and the wind fresh southerly to westerly. Now a look at minimum and maximum temperatures across the country and beyond.